गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां. We'll chant this dhyanam onwards. Maunam Vyakhya. मौन व्याख्या प्रकटित परब्रह्म तत्त्वं युवानं वर्षेष्ठान्ते वसत् ऋषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीढे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले द्वियुधा शिष्या गुरोर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्नसंशया निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. चिद्धनाय महेशाय वटमूलनिवासिने सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः. इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. बीजस्यान्तरेवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः. इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत् कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् Yat sakshat karanat bhave na punara vrittir bhavambho nidhau tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Dham Shri Dakshinamurtaye Shri Dakshinamurtaye. So we are in the second verse, and we were looking at the word punaha. Punaha means again and again and again. So punah is one word, but punah means what? Again. What again mean? Again and again and again. So what is this creation? This creation is cyclical. It is not a linear. The reason our scientific community all over the world are unable to find a way out of this creation. They are trying to find the source of creation and when it began, when it will end, how many more billions of years this creation is there. They are working towards it. Or some of them now with quantum physics and all that, they are trying to find out what is consciousness. They will never be able to find as long as their attention is the creation. Our Vedanta, not today, not yesterday, since the beginning of time. When did the cycle begin? It is a circle. Where does it begin and where does it end? There is no beginning and no end. Therefore, no beginning and no end. From that time, they say, so what can we do? Can we stop this cycle? Can we stop the cycle of waking, dream, deep sleep? Can we stop this cycle of creation, maintenance and death? Can we stop it? Is there any switch button? Oh, chalo bhai, the fan is rotating, I can switch the button off and the fan will stop. The rotation will stop. Can I stop the rotation of this waking, dream, deep sleep? Can I stop the rotation of creation, maintenance and destruction? Not possible. Not possible. Then what do I do with this cyclical creation? Accept it that it is like that. Don't try to ask why and how. Did the egg come before or the chicken come before? Did the creation come before or destruction come before? There's no answer. And this is where majority of the modern minds are stuck. Vedanta says, the moment you accept it, you will recognize you are other than this cyclical creation. And that you are, Tattvamasi. You are not the creation. Health and disease comes, thoughts come and go, breath comes and goes. Everything is happening in a rhythm. You are not the rhythm. You are the other than this. So when your attention is on the creation, that's when we lose the plot, so to say. So here he says, so therefore, the teacher says here that one can never talk about the beginning of creation or the end of creation, and we cannot talk about both also, and if we can't talk about the beginning of the creation and end of the creation, can we talk about the middle of the creation? Our Chinmayanji used to say that you are not, you did not get born by your own free will. You will not die by your own free will. Then what right you have to exercise your free will in between birth and death? Do you have any choice? It's a choiceless existence. Accept it, but we don't. We want to own it, we want to control it, we want to manipulate it. And that's where all the problem begins. That is identification with this cycle. It's a phenomena. Let the cycle continue. You don't own day and night coming and going every day. You don't own it. You don't own the movement of the galaxies. You accept it. Then why do you own the phenomena of waking world, dream world and deep sleep world coming and going every day? Don't identify with it. It's that simple. Yes, it's that simple. So where is our attention? Is our attention on the one who is conscious or aware of this cycle, or is identified with the cycle? Now watch one more step. We are straight away diving into it. Watch one more step. Where are you right now? It's not a trick question. Where are you right now? Huh?
In the satsang.
In the satsang. More than that? Waking state. And waking state is only one part of the cycle. And you have accepted in that waking state as real, and in that waking state this body as real. With that body I have traveled for satsang, that is real. That I am going to learn something, that is real, and I will come to realize myself that how much deep we have gone into delusion. Imagination and imagination and imagination and deep into that. Now you have to come out of it. How long does it take? No, yaar, I think I have committed so many sins, I have made so many mistakes, I have found myself so deep into this waking state. Now tell me, slowly. I will come out slowly. So those who are karma kandis, they will do it slowly. Those who are following Vedanta, here and now, good. It's all question of your attention. And is your attention on the cycle or on the waking world? Gone. Lost the plot. Your attention is on the conscious principle who knows that today's waking world is a repetition of yesterday or a modification of yesterday, or it's a part of the cycle. Once you are aware of that, then no problem. Then the moment you come to that conclusion, you will stop giving value to everything in this waking world. See, this Amma Nita has come. Yesterday she said, Swamiji, it was so. And I was thinking, she's enjoying so much. I hope she comes today. I was thinking this. Aaj subah bhi, I had a class in the morning at 7 o'clock. You guys got up at 7 o'clock. I had a class at 7. Because others, we have guided meditation. And they said, Swamiji, can we have the class? Just do. I usually speak 15-20 minutes and then I leave them in silence. I said, okay, I'll talk. I'll give you the trigger for 15 minutes and then I will vanish. You keep sitting. And that's what I did. See? But is self gained through meditation? Is self gained through inquiry? What are you doing inquiry for? Why are you coming to satsang for? Is it to gain the self? Is it to realize the self? Or are you the self already? Then what are we doing with all this thinking? Good. Time pass is good. It is the higher thinking. Our Swamiji's way, higher thinking. It's time pass. Zyada serious mat ho. But if you come a little bit down,
annihilation of ignorance.
Exactly. To remove what is not. And you can't, frankly, if you can understand that we cannot remove waking dream and deep sleep, you cannot even remove the ignorance. Ignorance drops away. Urvarukamiva bandhanat. When does that happen? When you accept 100% that I am the conscious principle. I am all that there is. I am the infinite consciousness. So don't try to remove ignorance. You try to remove ignorance, what is the rule? Whatever you think about, it will pursue you. Correct, na? That is the basic rule of our life. So if you pursue, I want to get rid of my anger, anger will keep coming after you. If you run away from a wife, she will keep coming after you every life. Or the other way, husband also, same way. If you try to, no, I'm not hungry, no, I can handle it, no, I can control it. And the hunger slowly, it keeps building up till you cannot stop it. Then you have to just go and attack the food. Like yesterday I did at her place. By the time I went to her place, itna bhook laga, kyunki dopahr ko I ate very little, so that I don't sleep. So, and then I was so hungry, I ate. दबा के. So, yes, from scriptural point of view, when we are communicating, we say we do this inquiry for removal of ignorance. This is at one level of understanding. But the higher understanding is you cannot create anything, you cannot remove anything. You cannot create reality and you cannot remove ignorance. But how can you remove, if you are remembering the Amrit Anubhav, those who are listening, how can you remove ignorance? What is ignorance? That which is not. How can you remove that which is not? अरे बेवकूफ बना रहे हो क्या? How can you remove that? So, and you cannot prove reality also. So I'm going to realize the reality. That also we can. फिर क्या कर रहे हो? अम्मा ने बोला क्या? Time pass. And in that time pass, whatever has to happen happens. Anything, something is happening all the time anyway. Now we will see. Here the teacher is saying, therefore, the creation is inexplicable in terms of beginning and end, and therefore, the teacher in this composition says, Bijasyantaraivankuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha. Punaha. This punaha is the birth, death, rebirth. This is the cyclical creation. Today in the news, I think somewhere came, oh, there is rebirth. Why? Suddenly they found one child who can remember his last life's parents and brothers and sister and house and everything. Oh, there is proof of rebirth. If you put attention, yes. Why? You can also find out what were your births in your past life. How do you do that? There are ways. But yeah, it's only your word. You try, you can find out. All you have to do is, this is not the part of trying. अभी तुम्हारे को मुझे खुजली है तो तुम्हारे को भी खुजली दे देता. I'll give you an itch also. So what you do is, you start. We are talking about how you can come to know your past birth. But remember, you do that, you are caught up in the cycle again. You are given validity. You have given validity to this cyclical creation, therefore you are accepting there are past births, and therefore you want to know what mistakes you did in the past birth, or what you were, was I a sannyasi in the past birth that I am again a sannyasi? What did I do wrong that I was born again a human being? Did I realize in my last life, or am I going to, what was the truti? What was that reason that I got birth again? And what was that before? When we go into cause and effect thing, then we get caught up in cyclical. So how do you do that? Where are we right now? In satsang. Where were you there? What were you doing 5 minutes ago? You were opening the door and coming in. Just I'm giving general. Opening. Before that, what you are doing? You are parking the car. Before parking the car, what you are doing? You are opening the door. So you go backwards, like a movie, backward movie. So you were opening the door, then you were in the car, you closed the car ignition, then you drove into the parking of the temple, then before that you entered the gate, then you were on the road, then you turned, you were at the red light, and so you keep going back as much as you can. Don't have to go and nitty-gritty of it, but whatever is naturally coming to you, you keep tracing your steps back. And before that, I was at home. Before that, I was having breakfast. Before that, I took shower. Before that, I was in bed. Before that, I woke up. Before that, I went to sleep. ठीक है, first day, do a little bit of that. Next day, as you keep doing it, you will find more and more data available to you on a daily basis. Now you slowly go into the previous day. Again do the same thing. By the time you reach second or third day, everything is available. Try. What did I do to get this husband in this life? You will find out. Or this wife in this life. You will find out. Who was my child before he was born to me as a child? You will find out. Go. Depending upon how deep is your journey back into time. Because past and future are all parallel. You are just making a pathway for yourself. Anyway, yeah, this is some experiment for you, but don't get caught up in that. Huh? People make it into a business. Come, I'll tell you what was there. And they will tell you everything. There's so many going on nowadays. So we have to imagine a Brahman which expands. So we are talking about this cyclical creation. What was cyclical? Pravritti, nivritti. Expansion, contraction. Expansion, contraction. Is this not taking place in you also? Expansion of the breath, contraction of the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Thinking, no thinking. Thinking, no thinking. Seeing, no seeing. Seeing, no seeing. Pravritti, nivritti, involvement, withdrawal. This is all going on. Is it happening outside of you, or is it happening, you are observing that it's happening everywhere? In this body, this senses, this mind, everywhere it is happening. So, and nothing, we have seen, nothing is outside Brahman. Brahman is one without a second. So Brahman, this is the teacher is telling here, imagine that Brahman which expands the creation and contracts and then again expands, then again contracts, and this is that Brahman is the eternal cause of all causes of cycles of life. And in this way, and can we stop it? We have already addressed that. Can we stop it? We can't stop it. Then what do? We can only accept it. Does it mean that if we can't stop it, I have to suffer my wife, suffer my husband, suffer the world, suffer the war, suffer the disease, suffer the hunger, suffer only suffering? There is no joy, only suffering all the time. I think I have satisfied myself by eating food. After 4 hours, again the hunger comes. It's suffering. You think it's a joy, but it's suffering actually. Because then again you have to stand 1 hour in front of the kitchen and cut the vegetables, make the food. And you take 1-2 hours to make the food. In 5 minutes, everything is over. Isn't it? Today morning also, we made the toast. Took 10 minutes to make the toast, put the butter, put the Vegemite. We are short in B12, so we took Vegemite. And how much time it took to finish, gobble it up? Bang! So it's suffering only. That's the Buddhist philosophy says. Everything is kshanikam and dukkam. Kshanikam is dukkam. And therefore, Vedanta says that we cannot stop this eternal cycle of expansion and contraction, involvement and withdrawal. We cannot stop it. And so if we can't stop the expansion and contraction, can we stop the suffering?
Yes.
Yes, we can stop the suffering. We cannot stop the cyclical world, but the suffering that we are experiencing on account of identification with this cyclical world, that can be stopped. See? So, and how to bring that about? For that, the first verse was given. What was the first verse? Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari. See the whole world only as a reflection in the mirror. Where? Reflection in the consciousness. When you take that, and we have analyzed that till there is nothing left to analyze in the last retreat. So on one hand we are saying it is cyclical, on the other hand we are saying we are identified with it. Third way we are saying we cannot stop the cycle, but we want to stop the suffering. How do we stop the suffering? Don't take anything or anyone seriously. Then what do? Time pass. But we are also like the dog's tail. Acha Swamiji, and again be serious about everything. But what about prarabdha? But what about this? लगे रहो फिर उसमें क्या कर सकते हैं? You know, we cannot improve anyone. It is only we have to shift our, sort ourselves out. We are not here to sort the world. We have to sort ourselves. And what is sort ourselves? Our approach to life. You think life is something to be taken charge of, manipulated for survival and elongate your life, etc., etc. No. You are life. And you are not the life which is only expressing in this body. You are life, full stop. Just like you are the life of every person in the dream. Accepted, isn't it? Your mind alone is the life. Mind is nothing but consciousness. Your mind alone is the life of every person in the dream, permeating every being, every inert and sentient being there. Same is true in the waking also. But that realization, or that you will come to abide in it only once you start accepting it. अभी जो ये चस्का लगा है ना अभी कि सुनने के लिए आना है, this click that I want to know more. That's why you are again here, all of you. Same thing it should be with our self also, that I don't want to waste any time not being the self. I don't want to waste. Now we'll analyze that in the next verse that will come. How to be it all the time. Abhi tak to we are analyzing, we came to ourselves. The tvam in the first verse, it was about thou, you, that is the self. Then second verse was about that, how the reality is the substratum of the total thing also. That one alone is appearing, is permeating everything as the existence. And you are in Tvam Pada, in the first verse, what was it? You are the consciousness. In Tat Pada, that it is the existence which is borrowing itself, or it's engulfing all the objects of the world. So when our attention goes to the world, our attention automatically goes to the cause of the world. Who is that? You call it divine, you call it Ishvara, we will call it existence. When your attention goes to this body, you are not aware of giving attention. Majority people only do me, I. Come to the body, we come to realize that we are the consciousness and not the body. Now somehow we have to combine this consciousness that I am and that existence of the world, which is the common substratum, together. And that is the third verse. What is that process? That will be shown now. है ना मजेदार? So this is be very clear. When we do Tvam Pada Shodhanam, meaning when we search for, in this Mahavakya, Tat Tvam Asi, you are that, you means the consciousness. That means the reality. Or here reality is the existence. So in respect, if I take myself to be the consciousness, what will be that? The infinite existence. I is with reference to micro, the body. That is with reference to macro, the total. You are understanding? Now somehow we have to understand that this micro and macro, what is the essence of micro? Micro, the consciousness. What is the essence of macro? The existence. This consciousness and existence, even though they are two words, but they are one and the same. With reference to my children, I am the mother. With reference to my husband, I am the wife. Any problem that both of you are one? Any problem? No. Then why in Vedanta there is problem. Why do we create a problem when it comes to which one me, where me, how me, what sadhana I have to do? You don't have to do anything. You are that. Hopefully, as we go through this, it will click. Let's see. It should click. Because there is nothing to click. You are that. When I say clicking means unclicking of the unwanted. Whatever we are not, that is unclicking. And what is remaining is we take it positively that is the click. So everything that is covering our true being, that is in this contemplation, it is still there. But you are coming to the correct understanding of what is your position with regards to the micro and the macro. For absolute, there is no micro and macro. Samashti and Vyashti. Vyashti is micro, Samashti is macro, totality. You understanding? So from absolute point, these two are not there. But we are the seekers. We are the individual. I think I am still caught up. So I have created a journey for myself from micro to macro. When I look at the world, I see it is a macro world. It's a huge world which is beyond my imagination, but it exists. And when I look at myself, the micro, one being out of all these infinite beings in the universe, past, present, future, so micro and macro. We have to sort this out. And therefore, Puna Puna Brahma Srijati, to that Paramatma, Brahma Jagat Karanam, and and who is that Brahma Jagat Karanam? That is the Dakshinamurti, by whose grace we come to recognize this, we come to understand this, and he is the inner guru of ours. And my salutations to him, my Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. And in this way, in this verse, in verse number 2, the Tat Padartha was addressed and taken care of. Now we come to the next. Now there is a little bit of analysis. If you stay with that, you will enjoy it. If you enjoyed yesterday, today's also you will enjoy. Majedar hai ekdam pura. We'll read the third verse. Yasyaiva sfuranam sadatmakamasat. Yasyaiva sfuranam sadatmakamasat. Kalparthakam bhasate. Kalparthakam bhasate. Sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa. Sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa. Yo bodhayatyashritan. Yo bodhayatyashritan. Yat sakshat karanat bhayenna bhunara. Yat sakshat karanat bhavenna punara. Vrittir bhavambho nidhavu. Vrittir bhavambho nidhavu. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Together. Yasyaiva sfuranam sadatmakamasat. Kalparthakam bhasate. Sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa. Yo bodhayatyashritan. Yat sakshat karanat bhave na punara. Vrittir bhavambho nidhavu. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. Salutations to that Sri Dakshinamurti who awakens the glory of the Atman within us through his profound silence. Namaskar, 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 meaning salutations again and again. And when it says, the first verse says, Yasyaiva sfuranam sadatma kamasat kalparthakam bhasate. By this throb alone, which is of the nature of eternal underlying awareness, the unreal forms get their meaning and appear over the mind. Then the second verse said, Sakshat Tattvamasi iti Veda Vachasa. So here you can see Tattvamasi. The Mahavakya has come here in the third verse. Tattvamasi. Sakshat Tattvamasi iti Veda Vachasa Yo Bodhayatya Shritan. And here it says, this knowledge of the Atman spoken of in the Vedas as Tattvamasi is imparted by our inner Guru as a direct experience when we surrender wholeheartedly to him. To the inner Guru. It is not told to the scriptures. It is not told to the teacher outside. Not to the teacher. The teacher can be anyone. For our Swamiji only says that we have to develop such a vision that every passing thought, every passing experience, every passing event, every passing breath, every movement of every event is bringing you back to yourself. See? So, but what happens? We become more dedicated towards the scriptures rather than the self. We have crucified the self and taken the scriptures which are part of the creation as a reality. We have crucified the self and we have taken the teacher who is teaching from outside as worthy of reverence. Nothing wrong, but then what happens? Cultism begins. That Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Are Guru to andar wala hai. Answer has to come from within. Realization is, the unfoldment has to come from within. No person outside can ever make you do that if you are not available. And what is your availability? Your availability is to the Guru principle, which is your true nature. That's all. But we become because we have lived a life of practice of revering the creation. So in that creation, I leave this creation aside. Now I take only scriptures as the worthy creation to dedicate myself. Good. Initially it is good. But from Vedanta point of view, all this is, you are still in delusion. If you are running after a guru, if you are running after scriptures, you are losing the plot. So where should be our attention? On the conscious principle, the inner Guru. That's what we are looking at. Now we will be talking about it more and more as we unfold this verse. Then the third verse says, Yas sakshat karanat bhave na punara vrittir bhavambo nidhau. By direct experience of this knowledge, the delusion of being tossed within an unending ocean of worldly existence will not appear again. So what is that reality, that inner Guru, that inner consciousness, or that consciousness that I already am, but unaware of it at the moment? By this analysis, I come to intellectual appreciation is one thing. Aparokshanubhuti is another thing. Aparokshanubhuti, direct experience. Knowing that this is water is one thing. But to be one with water by drinking it, then I know. I can write thesis about what water does, but no experience. But once I have drunk the experience, I don't need to write anything. I don't need to write. What is the point? Whom am I trying to convince? Others. I am trying to convince others only because I am not convinced myself. I want to write my biography on and make it a source of inspiration to others because I'm not inspired with myself at the moment. It's a way to look. Otherwise, you are writing your autobiography means you have taken yourself as this individual as a reality. Story over. What is the autobiography of the reality, the Supreme Self?
Nothing.
Scriptures. At the relative level, nothing कैसे हो सकता है? Nothing is something that is not. Self is not something that is not. Something do you feel that I am not? So you are conscious, you know you are conscious, you can't pinpoint it, that's all. And that habit of pinpointing is going on because everything I see Pramila, this is Pramila, I point. This is Divya, I point. This is laptop, I point. But when I point at myself, I don't find anything. Arey, I'm the body. Nahi yaar, they said I'm not the body. Okay, I'm the breath. Oh, they said I'm not the breath. Oh, I'm the mind. They say I'm not the mind. Sala, किसी को पकड़ने ही नहीं देते. You are the intellect, you are not the intellect. And today's meditation, you are the I. No, you are not the I also. Then who am I? Why you are asking? Don't you know you are? But you are that where the thoughts have got no entry and you are thinking through thoughts. Thoughts are always about the objective, about an object. That object is something separate. You are trying to search. You are an object for me. This laptop is an object for me. This body is an object for me. This breath is an object for me. This mind is an object for me. The I thought is an object for me. Waker, dreamer, sleeper are an object for me. But am I an object for myself? अब इसी पे लगे रहो. Story over. But we don't think this way. We just take it for granted, live in the default setting and keep doing whatever we have been doing. So this U-turn requires initially, it doesn't require any physical effort. It doesn't require any physical effort. It's just shift of attention, that's all. And in this manner, this is the overview of that third verse. Now let's see how the teacher is explaining it here. So, the teacher, this verse is about, remember the first verse of this Dakshinamurti was Tvam Padartha, second verse was Tat Padartha. This is Asi, the Aikyam, the unity of the Tvam and Tat. So here we'll be looking at the Asi, which is about Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikyam. How they are both one. This Asi word is brings the two together, and how it's a unique approach, he says. And he says that first, now go with the thought as we are unfolding it, that we experience a world, and we experience, what is this world? Is world one thing, or is this world a multiplicity of objects that we are experiencing? We are experiencing many objects in this world, isn't it? World करके कोई चीज़ नहीं है. Accumulation of everything together is called world. And we come to know that there is a world which exists. Where does it exist? Does it exist inside, outside, behind, back? It exists in front of me. I see it, I hear it, I touch it, I taste it. Yes, and there is another world which is in the dream, but that dream world also, I see it in front of me. I don't see it inside of me. Waker says I saw it inside, but the dreamer, when he is seeing the world, where is he seeing it? Is he seeing it in front of me? You can't sit here all with your backs to me and say, Swamiji, we are seeing you. And the teacher is one step ahead. He will hang upside down. Okay, I am also teaching. ऐसे नहीं होता. So he says the world is existing and it is in front of me. And because the world exists in front of me, I am able to experience the world. I am not experiencing what is behind me right now. There must be something, but am I experiencing it? I am not experiencing it. So only if it is in front of me, I am experiencing it. Any object that is non-existent cannot be experienced by me. So everything here, whatever is in my periphery, I am able to experience it. That which is not within my vision, I cannot experience it. Similarly, our seeing and hearing, they have a certain bandwidth within which we can hear or see or experience. So that bandwidth is in our periphery, so we can experience it. That which is beyond, which the animals can access, we can't. For us, it doesn't exist. For example, here the Bhashya says that I cannot experience the horn on the head of Nitin. Horn, the bull horn, or the cow, not cow, bull horn. So, okay, let's take her. I can't experience the horn on the head of Martha. Because she asked the question. Why I can't experience? Because it's non-existent, isn't it? So that which is not existent, non-existent cannot be experienced. Simple rule. We are just giving words. The scriptures are giving words to what your experience is. We are just analyzing it so that you become aware this is what is happening. So we do not experience that which is non-existent. Only if it is an existent object that can be experienced. Good till here? So, I do not experience the horn, I do not experience the horn on the head because it does not exist, and I do not experience a dog on this table because the dog does not exist on this table, and so on and so forth. And some people will say, I do not experience the ghost, so they say, I don't believe there are ghosts, isn't it? And you can keep stretching this imagination as long. Therefore, the simple fundamental rule or fact is that if an object is experienced and a non-existent object is not experienced. Now you have to take these two and analyze your experience of the world. You say space is it existent or non-existent?
Existent.
Who said? Any takers? Is space existent or non-existent? Existent. Is ignorance existent or non-existent? So what is the difference between ignorance and space? Okay. Ignorance means you don't know. Space you know. What was the rule? If it is an object of experience existing in front of you, you can experience it. Can you see, touch, smell, feel space? By any of your five senses, can you experience space? Yes or no?
Yes.
Who said yes? Tell me how. You can?
Space is,
Suddenly they got scared. Who said yes?
space
So
is-
space, can you see, hear, touch, feel, taste?
No.
Can you? What is the definition of space?
Absence of objects.
Absence of objects. So, non-existent object, you have called it as space. So it is non-existent. Can you see any form? Can you hear anything? Can you touch anything? Nothing. See? So here teacher is saying that only an object is experienced and non-existing object cannot be experienced, and therefore the entire experienced world is to be, we are taking it as existing world. Now, continuing from there, even though we say that the world is existing, we should not take that, the teacher is saying, don't take that statement as a final statement, because the whole world is an existent world, and this is how we understand. But but when you say, for example, how do we do it? If we say this is a laptop, this is a camera, this is a stand, this is a paper, this is a mic, this is the world, this is the person, everything, this is, we are talking about world, huh? So when we say this is, what is the common denominator here? Isness. So when the book is not, has the isness gone? No. Be very attentive. Huh? If the laptop is gone, the laptop is. Now laptop is not. Has the isness gone? Is gone? No. Has the existence gone? No. Existence is continuing. Okay, let's take another example. This light is there. This light is illuminating my hand, or this table, or this. Can you see light? Can you see light, or can you see reflection of light? Huh? So because of reflection you are able to see light, isn't it? You say there is light. If whatever is the medium of reflection, I remove the medium, I remove the paper, has the light gone? Light continues to be. Exactly the same way, the book is, the table is, the mic is, the object, whether it is there or not there, the is aspect of it is a continuous one. Only that is, when the laptop came, it became one with the, that object is associated with the isness. Then when the mic is associated with the isness, but if the mic is not there, isness continues. And this is the point that the teacher is making here, that everything in this world cannot exist without existence. What is this existence? This is, we are talking about Sat Chit Anand, the Sat, that Sat, the capital E, the existence. We don't say the book is existing. Is existence a verb, or is existence a noun? So it's a noun. It's a noun. And to that, and that noun, that existence with capital E is a continuous one. It has never gone out, or it has never become existence has never become non-existent. See? And in this manner, and the teacher says that now the question is, what is the nature of this existence which is enjoyed by the creation? Every object in this creation is enjoying its existence. Is existence in the object, or object is in the existence? Good. This is clear. So object comes and goes, but existence doesn't come and go. When the object comes, it is enjoying the existence. When it goes out, it is It is gone out, simple as that. See. What is the nature of existence which is enjoyed by the creation and how do we know that objects are enjoying the existence? Because it is our experience. I know this bottle is existing. Nobody else needs to say that. It is our experience that the world is. Nobody else is coming and say, I say world is not, the other says world. Now we'll argue. You are here. All of you are here in this room. You are existing in this room for each other. And we have come here for the satsang. See? Nahi, I have come here and nobody is there and there is no satsang. But I have come. Who is this I who has come also is? If you want to live in an imaginary world that nobody is here, but you are there, body is there, existence is there, body is, breath is, mind is, intellect is, past is, future is, micro is, macro is. See, objects are changing. Is existence changing? No. Objects are changing. Objects, the medium of reflection is changing. Sometimes my attention is on the paper. I come to know the paper. Why? Because it is able to reflect the light. Then my attention goes to the laptop. Now I know laptop exists. Why? Because laptop is able to reflect the light. Then it moves to the bottle. I know bottle exists. Why? Because bottle is able to reflect the light. Exactly the same way. Replace light with existence. Paper is, laptop is, bottle is. Replace light with existence. Alright, clear? Or confusing? Clear. Slowly we are taking. We are trying to come to the substratum. Understand what is the context. We are trying to bring about. This verse is about coming to the conclusion that the Jivatma and Paramatma are one and the same. They have never got separated. They are always the same, even right now. And that you are, don't forget. That you are. And towards that, this whole analysis is taking us. And it is starting from what is very evident for you. What is evident? This world is evident. And through this evident world, we are coming to what is constant in this world. What is constant in this world? The is constant in this world. The existence is constant in this world. Understand? एक चीज वर्कआउट हो गई अभी. One thing is worked out with regards to the world. World is full of objects and all objects exist. Whether the object is or is not, isness continues to be is. Right? And that is Paramatma. That is Paramatma. Because how big is the world? I don't know, it's huge. There's no end for the expanse of the world. So with this analysis at this moment, that every object is present because it is, and now we have to do some cutting and pasting here. Not cutting and pasting, only shift deleting. That we will see what we have to do. And now we come to consciousness. And with consciousness, we'll compare this existence now. What is their status? Here the teacher is taking 5 points and we'll go through one by one, and hopefully after the 5 points, your understanding will be clear. Let's see. We'll leave it open. First point. Consciousness is not a product. It is not a product. You are conscious, all of you? Yes. Is that consciousness a product? Is the consciousness a part of the body? This hand is a part of the body, eye is a part of the body. But is consciousness a part of the body? No. Even though our experience, consciousness seems to be a property of the body, according to Vedanta, it is not a property. Vedanta says, similarly, existence is also not a part of the object. Just like consciousness is not part of the body, existence is also not part of the object. It seems to be so married together that it considered as one. An ignorant person will take, I'm alive. But alive as what? Oh, as a body. But what happens to the dead person? Where does the life go? I don't know. Doesn't want to think because it's too much for an individual to think of that possibility of death and therefore fear. Because he has taken that real. इसके लिए courage चाहिए. You need courage to go through this analysis and come to the correct assessment of ourselves. So existence is just like consciousness. Consciousness is not part of the body. Existence is not part of the objects of the world. Remember now, don't forget the two. Consciousness is tvam padartha. Existence is tat padartha. Consciousness is with reference to the body. Existence is in reference to the objects of the world. Because what do I know as world as? As various objects. And I know world exists. When I say world exists, is that one thing or it is many objects existing? Many objects existing. So when we use the word object exists, is that one and the same thing or existence is separate and the object is separate? That's what he is bringing our attention to. So this is the point number one. What is the second point? Second point is consciousness is an independent substance. Consciousness that I am is an independent, swatantra substance which pervades and enlivens the body. Consciousness pervades the body. Is consciousness only up there and not in your toe? It's everywhere. Is it only in the front and not in the back which you can't see? No, it is there also. It is only inside. No, it is inside and outside. It's everywhere. Your body is pervaded by the consciousness. So the teacher makes the point here that consciousness is an independent substance which pervades and enlivens the body. Now Vedanta, our Bhashakar says here that existence is also an independent substance and it is also pervading the object. So is the existence only in the top and not at the bottom? Is the existence only on this side and not on this side? It's pervading the entire object. It's pervading the entire object. It's pervading the entire object. Just like consciousness is pervading the entire body, every part of the body is enthused by consciousness. There's no place that consciousness is not. Similarly, existence is in and through every part of the object. Second point. So first point, consciousness is not a product. Existence is also not a product of object. Second point, consciousness is independent of the body. Existence is also independent of the body. Second point also, consciousness permeates or pervades the whole body. Existence also permeates and pervades the whole object. And we are saying this from consciousness is with reference to the body, existence is with reference to the world, which is nothing but multitude of objects. That is how we know the world. Now, So, just like consciousness makes the body alive, if the consciousness is not expressing in the body, is the person said to be conscious or dead? Dead. So consciousness has to be expressing in order for a person to be alive. For an object to exist, existence must be pervading in and through the object. Without the existence, it cannot. You cannot, just like the hair horns on someone. It can exist only if it is pervaded by existence. So yeah, that is what the point is. That it is existence which makes every object to exist. Consciousness is that which makes every body to be alive. Existence is that, capital E, which makes every object to exist. This is the second point. When we look at existence as a property, forget it. Third feature. Third feature is what? Consciousness. Consciousness is not limited by the boundaries of a body. But your experience is saying something else right now. Your experience is saying, now we'll analyze that. Your experience is saying, I am conscious, he is conscious, his consciousness. My consciousness is only up till the surface of my body. It's not going beyond that. That everyone's consciousness is only up till their body. It's not going beyond that. This is how we deal with everyone, isn't it? But here the teacher is saying that consciousness is not limited by the boundaries of the body. It extends beyond the body. It is all pervasive. In the same way, existence is also not limited by the boundary of the object. It pervades beyond the perimeter of the object, the form of the object. Now you will say, how consciousness is pervading beyond the body? Give me, brainstorm karo bhai thoda. Because if I think so much, my hair is going to go white very quickly. So tell me how consciousness is pervading beyond the body form.
Okay, if we think like mind is also consciousness. Mind is, though body is here, but I can think of galaxy and all, so that means it has already gone there, so far away from.
Okay, good. What any other way?
And there can't be two consciousnesses.
No, that is true. There can't be two consciousness, but that is not your experience right now. So how do we show that? It has to be subjective. Remember, consciousness we are talking about, and consciousness is tvam padartha, the you in the you are that, and you is with reference to this body. And we are saying that this consciousness that you are, you have already worked out you are not the body, you are the consciousness. Now we are saying that this consciousness is not limited to the body, it is beyond the body also.
So reflected consciousness?
No, not reflected.
Consciousness?
Now think. Don't go. Okay. Bolo, kya, ek bolo.
Consciousness is the only thing that exists.
Yes, that we are already saying, but we have to prove it, no? We have to prove it. We are here trying to analyze the whole thing.
Like everybody else has got consciousness.
Yeah, but everybody has got their congruence. Do you feel that you are Suruj?
Consciousness is still the same.
Yeah, but do you feel you are Suruj?
Physically we don't feel. That's what we don't understand.
Okay.
We're not aware.
So your consciousness and my consciousness is same?
Yes.
Hand over all the property to me. Hand over all your children to me and grandchildren to me, and you take my clothes and you sit down here. So role reversal हो गया. both are one, how does it matter? But that is not your experience, na? Now we will see how consciousness is not only pervading the body, it is pervading beyond the body. Where is this body? Someone answered it before. In the waking. Is this consciousness that you are, does it drop this body and take on the dream body? Does it take? Does it drop the dream body and go beyond? It's still there. Consciousness is still there. So consciousness is there, but waking body comes and goes, consciousness is there. Dream body comes and goes, consciousness is there. Consciousness is beyond the body. Do you feel that you are limited to that waking body? No. Very generously you take one body in the dream. And then without any thinking, drop it also. So you have an experience where you pervade beyond the physical body and beyond the dream body. Both come and go every day, but you don't come and go every day. You are pervading the physical body, the waking body, and when that waking body goes away, you continue to express to the dream body. And when there is nothing, when there is no body, still you continue to exist. You're still conscious. Because if you are not conscious, how would you come to tell us that I was sleeping? So here the teacher is saying that was consciousness. Now we come to existence. That existence is not limited by the object of boundaries of the object. It goes beyond. It is all pervading. And I gave the example of the light just now, no? That if you remove the light continues, and what did I tell you? Replace the light with existence. So existence is the common denominator. Forms come and forms go. Water is the common denominator. The form of the wave comes and the form of the wave goes. Form of the wave is nothing but water. Gold is the common denominator. Form of the ornament comes and the form of the ornament goes. The gold is the common denominator. It neither comes nor goes. Exactly the same way, consciousness neither comes nor goes. It is continuous with regards to the body, and existence is the continuous one with regards to the objects of the world. It is not located only in this object. It is not located only in the table. It gives validity to the object, no doubt, but existence pervades even in the absence. Because we say nothing is. We say nothing is, isn't it? So, that was the third one. Should I repeat all the three again? First one was, consciousness is not a product. Existence is not a product or property of the object. Consciousness is not a product or property of the body. Existence is not a product or property of the object. Second, consciousness is independent and permeates the body. Similarly, existence is, what is that? Is independent and pervades the object. Third, consciousness is not limited to the boundary of the body, it goes beyond the body. Similarly, existence is not limited to the boundary of the object, it goes beyond the object. Are you with it?
Yes.
Now we come to the fourth point. Two more to go. Now, it's fascinating because we have never thought like this. But this is, and when you are listening to it and we are repeating it again, is it gelling? Yes. That is how it is? Yes. But we have never thought it like that. We only give, this is the bottle, this is the table. But now our attention, when we are doing this 3 points, our attention has gone where again and again? To the consciousness and to the existence. Normally, what do? Our attention goes to the body or the world of objects. We are shifting our focus gently. It is automatically happening. The fourth point says that consciousness if consciousness continues to exist when the body is destroyed, being a separate entity, an independent entity, it continues to exist even after the destruction of the body. Even after the rebirth, waking to dream body, consciousness continues to be. It is not if the body dies, consciousness does not die. Then what about all the crying and grieving? That is foolishness. With this understanding, you cannot cry, but you will do the drama of crying. Let mind cry because it is attached or it has got some vested interest in the person who has passed away. But in the background, if this knowledge is there, very quickly you will be back. Chalo bhai, chai coffee lao. So, even it's because it is an independent entity, it is swatantra, it continues to exist even if the body is not there. Similarly, existence is a continuous entity or whatever, and even if the object is not there, existence continues to be. So we are comparing that both are going at the parallelly. Consciousness, whatever are the qualities of the attributes of the consciousness, same are the attributes of the existence also. That's what we are so. And why are we doing this? When both are same, why are we calling them separate? Stupid hai yaar. We have to come to Tattvamasi, no? So existence exists even after the destruction of objects, which it makes exist. What does that mean? Isness will continue to exist even after the object has been. If I take the bottle away, existence is still there. It will be either it will be of something or of nothing, but it will be there. In this way, thus, this is the fourth point, that existence is, consciousness is eternal because it doesn't stop with the death of the body or removal of the body. Consciousness doesn't stop. So also we have seen existence doesn't stop with the removal of the object. Existence is continuous, consciousness is continuous. Slowly we have come to that continuous means was they are both eternal. Next, fifth point. Fifth point says that consciousness once the body goes away, the surviving existence will not be recognizable because the recognizable medium of the body is gone. So, this is again we come to the paper. I know this is paper because it is illumined by the light. I know the light means consciousness. I know the light is, and I bathed in that light. I'm using this light, but I use another. Bathed in the light of consciousness, I know the paper is. See? But because now the paper is removed, or the body is removed, or body is dead, does the light of consciousness also die? Does the light of consciousness die? No. In other words, when the object is removed, just if we take this light, if the paper is removed, what has happened? The medium of reflection of light has been removed, light has not been removed. Correct? Then you say, how many objects will you remove? I'll remove the paper, I'll remove the laptop, I'll remove the camera, I'll remove all of you. I'll remove the gods, I'll remove everything I remove. But can I remove the consciousness? I can't. Same way, this is a little bit tangent, same way, don't try to remove thoughts. They will never end. Don't try to remove thoughts. If you try to remove thoughts forcibly, they will come back with equal, even greater force. So just like light is the constant and the reflecting medium comes and goes. So here this is light, but if I am the light of consciousness, the light of consciousness is expressing through the eyes as vision. They illuminate the paper, then the paper gone, they illuminate the laptop, that's gone, then they illuminate the people, and it illuminates the presence. Don't forget, it illuminates the presence as well as it illuminates the absence. And you are the illuminator, you are the light, you are the consciousness. Understand? Now let's take the same thing to existence. So when the whole world is destroyed, will the existence be destroyed? No. Existence. Is the world getting destroyed? Will the world get destroyed one day?
No.
Is the world getting destroyed every moment? Then why did you say no first? Will the world get destroyed? You said no. I said, is the world getting destroyed every moment? You said yes. See what belief systems we live with. So world is getting destroyed. Destroyed means it's changing. Every moment it's changing. Change is destruction. And remember, we said it is cyclical. So every destruction gives to creation of something else. And it is going on. So change is happening. But because the world is Treta Yug, Sat Yug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kali Yug, then again something will start. Whatever. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Then tomorrow will become today. Tomorrow will become today. Then again the third day from now will become tomorrow. It goes on. Then which one is the today and which one is the tomorrow? We get lost in this only. Those who enjoy all this, they think in this way. And हमारा goal वो नहीं है. Our goal is not that. Our goal is to come to Tattvamasi. So here, the existence, when the world gets destroyed, it is changing every moment, but existence, we don't say that the existence is changing. We say existence is constant, and in this way, that is the Sat Vastu, and this is the Chit Vastu, and this existence is lending existence to the present world, it is lending existence to the world which is going away, and because it is the constant one, it is able to reflect the existence. And our Bhashakar says here that Satta, that constant existence, that continuous existence is Paramatma. That continuous consciousness is also Paramatma. But when we look at consciousness, we call it the Jivatma. And what is Jiva? If Jivatma is continuous and Paramatma is continuous, there cannot be two continuouses. So Jivatma is Paramatma. Tattvam Asi. हो गया, खाना खाते हैं, घर चलते हैं. हो गया, solution has come. So the pure existence which you separate, now see, now question is, how do we live in this world, in this knowledge? Because I open my eyes, the world is there. I'm not seeing existence. When I express through this body, I see the body. My attention is not on the consciousness. See? So here, this is what Vedanta asks us to do. An intellectual exercise. And what is that exercise? That you take the world, you understand the world is all the objects, you understand the world is all the objects which come and go, which are coming into existence and going out of existence, and you do a dissection within your mind. This is called discrimination, according to Vivek Chudamani. What is discrimination? Discrimination between constant and changing. Discrimination between real and unreal, infinite and finite. So now you are seeing objects are changing, existence is not changing. Is that your attention? Now, existence doesn't have a form for you, but you know that everything exists. Put your attention on the existence and remove your attention from the objects which are changing. You will come to existence. So when you are looking at the world, where should be our attention? On the existence and not on the objects which are changing. No. Try. When we look at the world, just at the world, we put our attention on the objects, we don't put attention on the space, isn't it? We don't put attention on the space. We don't put attention on the absence between the two objects. We don't put, we can see here, we can see space, air, fire, water, earth. We can't see space. We can't see air also, but we can feel it, but we can't see space. You're calling it to whatever, absence. But it is that which is accommodating the whole world. What is accommodating a space also? Existence. Where is it? It's out there in the world. But where does it originate from? How do you... So, okay, here when we say Swamiji's new book is coming, knowing is being. There's a new book he has written. He has written means it has come out. Knowing is being. We are looking at Sat and Chit is one. Being is Sat, knowing is Chit. Knowing is being. So, is there an existence somewhere which you have to become one with? Is there some consciousness which is somewhere you have to become with? Or you are the consciousness, and that existence which is the common denominator for all the objects, whether they are there or not there, is known by whom? That you are. You, the consciousness, is continuous and eternal, without any boundaries. All the 5 points that we said. Existence is also the same. The moment, so exercise is not that I have to come to know Sattva and I have to come to know Chit. Our exercise here is, we keep this in our mind with regards to the world. We keep the world, we squeeze the world out of the existence and leave our attention is on the existence. When we come to the body, we remove the body out of the, we don't give value and attention to it. That is what it means. And we give attention to the conscious principle that is there. And that is I am. And the moment, and you keep doing this, when you're moving in the world, be attentive of the existence. When you are with yourself, be attentive of the consciousness. Be attentive of the existence, be attentive of the consciousness. One day, suddenly everything will go. Suddenly everything will go means everything will be one. It's not something to be grasped. It is not something to be known, like I know Dinesh or I know bottle. It is not, this conclusion is not something to be, it's an experienceless experience. You just glide into it.
Own up.
Hi?
Own up.
Or there is no owning also, because it's not apart from you.
Language.
It's not apart from you. So there is no language which can, what you call,
Anirvachan.
there is no language which can justify that it is like this or it is like that. See? But this exercise you have to do. When you are moving around in the world, don't give value to the objects. Be attentive of the constant existence. And when you are dealing with yourself, your body, your breath, your mind, your intellect, your concepts, your ideas, your imaginations, your waking dream and deep sleep, your past, present, future, this is all here only, no? It's not outside. You be attentive of the consciousness. The moment you give value to something within you, past, present, future, you have forgotten the consciousness. Even though it is there always, but your attention is on the reflecting medium. When I am looking at this paper, is my attention on the paper or on the light? I know the light is there, but my attention doesn't go to the light. When the paper is removed, the light continues to be. It is in intellectual appreciation right now. So this was an object. So same way, where is my attention? Is my attention on the objects or the existence? Is my attention on the body, breath, mind, intellect, thoughts? Because where is the whole world? How do you know the whole world of objects?
Has a reflection in the mind.
No. Yes, reflection, yes. But you don't know the whole world as mind. You know the whole world as thoughts in your mind. Stand corrected. You know the whole world as the thoughts in the mind. Each thought is an object. Is your attention on the object or is your attention on the light which is illuminating that thought? Think about it, we'll take a break. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Don't try to work out anything.